Hey, welcome back to a brand new episode. What the heck is this? We're out here smashing it out in the rain. We are currently building a pool house al fresco dining extension here. Look, pool house. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. It's free and it helps our channel grow and gives us a bit of motivation to keep doing what we do, creating these videos. As you can see, it is absolutely pissing down, so we're working underneath the al fresco area at the moment, and we're going to start by finishing off the cladding. One of those is cladding these beams. So you can see that we've clad these beams in a 6mm fibre cement board, and we've put a little rebat in here so we can get this plastered up nice and have a nice clean finish through there. Look, starting to come together now, looking really good. The next mission, so that's pretty straightforward, that sort of stuff. We're going to be putting on this 9mm axon panel, which is going to be going on the gable end behind us, which we can't see, which we're just prepping for now. So let's rip into it. So this is the spot that we're working in today. The rain has sort of subsided a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to continue freaking smashing it. Now, in terms of our setup, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to set up a nice level line, just a reference line. It doesn't need to be anywhere specific, but what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to make sure that the bottom of my cladding is going to be perfectly level all the way through here, and it just gives me a reference line to like work off, if that makes sense. So we're gonna mark that up. I've got the laser set up over here, the PLS just sitting on the barge. We're just gonna quickly mark our points like this, so we have somewhere to work off. Then I'm gonna actually start my sheets from the middle and work my way out, just so I've got a center point and it just looks a little bit nicer and keeps continuity between the claddings. The look we're trying to go for is, you can see over there on that gable end, I don't know if you can see it, but it's an old asbestos looking cladding. So we're trying to match that as much as possible with the new age paneling that's available to us. So yeah, I think this is going to look pretty nice if we start in the middle and then work our way out. The only thing is the laps are going to make it a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure we can work around that. So yeah, let's rip it. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to find my center point and just level it down, but I already sort of know exactly where it is. Yeah. So that's where it is, and I could actually use that 5 here. I'm going to have, yeah, I'm going to be just hanging past that, the line of the, we'll go 200, okay? So that's going to be a good starting point for us to be able to figure out where this first sheet needs to go. Because sweet, now I think what we'll do is we'll go see what the sheet's looking like and the way they lap, and figure out exactly where the middle piece is going to be, and then that way we can figure out exactly how far along the edge of the sheet's going to be. We've got a distance of 1205. I wonder if we just get a couple of cavity battens with some screws, if we've got some square ones. We'll just screw it onto this, like it could be a couple of 2 battens or something like that. So what we're doing is we're positioning our sheet on the wall here, exactly where it's going to go. That way we can get accurate measurements for our angle that we need to cut. So this point here, we've got our nice angle point, and I know exactly where it's going to go. So I can measure to my datum line, which is 778 plus 200. 978. I can do the same thing over here if I can get to it. 1142, so 1342. So that's going to be from the bottom side of our sheet all the way up to our cut points. Then we should be able to get that roof pitch really nice, or our cut really nice, which is cool. The second thing, the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to just get a couple of square blocks. Next thing, I'm going to put this on nice and level like this, and we're just going to screw a couple of blocks onto this batten, and that way when we put the sheet on, we're not struggling around with it too much. We know exactly where it needs to go against this way, and then hopefully our cut line looks pretty good. I better check this straightness. Oh, there's a bit of a hump. Lastly, we've got some tape that we need to put on. We've got a special tape, because the lap is so small. We need to put a special tape on it, that like an in-seal tape. So I think we need to potentially put that on first. Does that say 50 by 1.5 on it?
It says 48 by 1.5.
Oh,
This guy said
50. Far out. Guess how much that tape cost?
180.
Bro, it was $300 shelf price. Bro, and I didn't allow for it in my freaking I saw it and I was like, oh, it's like a little detail that you missed. $300.
Yo.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. That's a night out on the booze.
Bro, straight up.
Oh, right, what a sucker. Can you believe it? Nah, well, I don't want to like go stray away from what the installation manual says.
Yeah.
That's what it says to use. So it's one of these products that it's a Hardy's one and it just want to do it install right. So this is the stuff that we're talking about. Open her up. Grow.
What?
$300 for like 3 grams.
Man.
The heck?
Oh, maybe keep it, mate.
So it just needs to go. Hold that. So it wants to be right on our join, pretty much. So we know that's the center. I'll just overhang it a bit.
Right.
That's a little bit like that. Fool, that's sticky as, bro. And, oh, okay. Sucker. Oh, yeah, that's gonna squish down. I was worried it's gonna pack it out slightly.
Oh, yeah.
But nah.
Oh, not me.
And then it just goes like this. Then we know that's the center there. And that just goes on just like that. And that does is really seals the joint together. Sweet, I'll let you sort that and I'm gonna go cut that. So it's only on the every, that's right. Sweet, I'll go cut this bad boy, eh? Okay, now we've got a couple of screws, bro, and then we'll put a couple of blocks on, I think. Just our block, it doesn't matter, that's cool. The whole full one. Yeah, just don't go too far, otherwise, oh, and it did say we need to put a little bit of silicone up the top to seal this top edge, apparently. Maybe should we just check? Oh, I'll just get it up and check it first. I can hold it up. Go grab it. Ready?
Up here? Up top here?
Yeah, that's where the V goes. That looks really good. You guys counting how many hits this is? Now we know where the line of the bottom is. We can just do a line for our cavity. I reckon a line all the way along like that, and we need to be. And then we also need to do one in the middle. You gonna be alright on that side?
Yeah. Should have just slide in.
Yeah, technically. Okay. Your top wants to come to me slightly.
Was it open?
Drop down slightly here.
Oh yeah.
And how's your if I hold this, can you line your 200 mark up with the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
do a square? Does it want to go up slightly maybe? I'll go and recut the top of this.
Yep.
But I'm pretty happy with that. Cool, so the way we're installing it is we need to put a bead of silicone between the soffit and the top of the axon panel. It's like this. And we also need to do a small bead right on this lap here. Like that. And then for our fixing detail, I don't have any clouts on me here. They're just doing these 60mm flathead clouts. Well, 60mm flathead nails at 200 centers around the perimeter and up the studs. We just want to make sure that we've got flush at the bottom here. Now that datum line that we put in at the very beginning was really good, eh?
Yeah.
Good, it's given us a really good line to work off. Now just grab the level. Obviously in this situation we can't quite get that. It's all right. Beautiful.
My joint's pretty good. How's it look at the top?
Looking in your hair or something.
Why?
Right, bro.
Surprisingly washes out easily.
What?
Like silica, dust and all that stuff.
You just cut it out, eh?
Oh. Keeps the hair strong. Holy man, needs a new shampoo. Oui.
Yeah, that's the piece, but it's just going to get covered by a bead.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Don't worry, bro.
Oh, down a bit.
Alright, get. Give me a clout. Did that not just work out perfect or what?
Me. And that's all, folks.
So the way we're actually cutting this Axon panel, this Hardy's Axon panel, is we've got this, we're using the rail saw, which is really neat, and it's just got a fibre cement blade on it. Hard to see actually, unless I sort of do that. Just got these quite decent teeth on them like that. And it makes light work of this panel, honestly, it's freaking epic. Easy peasy to cut this 9mm. But yeah, working. I'm gonna leave the boys to it for the rest of the day, but Dave's just coming through, putting in some beads all the way through here. But yeah, anyway, so just fucking throwing in some beads. We're matching the bead is a 40 by 18mm H3.1 pre-prime batten, and it's matching in with the existing stuff that's all the way over there. So it's gonna follow in and around, but yeah. Alright, we smashed it today, eh?
Yeah, bro.
So we've got all our beams in, we've got all the cladding up over there. There's only a small piece of cladding left. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing over here, how I'm going to finish all that. It's going to be fun. Need to wait to start putting up and then figure it out. Later, boys! Oh, we're back on site this morning. Been a bit of a rush, to be honest, picking up different flashings and all these bits and pieces, compactors and stuff like that, which I've just dropped off the site, but I'm heading up to the managed fill area, you can see that, to pick up a big concrete saw because I gotta do some concrete cutting. Let's look at this bloody operation up here. This is the crazy, look at this, insane. Look at this for a second. Look at that. Filling it up. Obviously it's been raining for the last few weeks, so it's pretty freaking wet, but pretty cool to see, eh? It's massive out here. Look at this big bit of kit. Oh, D85XP Komatsu. Look at that, it's a big dozer. Right. And if we could zoom right in, as we're working, there's our little extension. It looks so small from up here. We're on the mountain. How many diggers there are? 1, 2, 3, one behind the mountain, 4, 5, another one behind me, 6, all 20 to 40 tonners. Sheesh, big operation. Going to turn our attention to the landscaping job that we've just frickin' started. So we've actually had to dig a trench through here for our storm water to connect our downpipes in, which is all good. We're actually going to drop this down another 100 or so mil. It's a little bit shallow, and then we've just dug this line through here for a path that's going to be connecting into a door that's over there. And then so we're just tidying up the edges at the moment. The boys are doing. Oh, that's a pipe, bro.
Yeah, that's a brick. Sucker. Trying to get me.
We're also going to through here, and then we're going to, yeah. What the heck? So we're going to create this style path with the brick imprint in it. So we'll just finish trimming this out and yeah.
He's got it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, crap. Oh, Johnny. Oh, man. I look freaking massive as in the camera. Bro, I was watching clips of but it was freaking losing this next coming week. So. Nah, Jack. Wait. Oh, sucker.
You guys are cracking up at me. Yeah. Bro, just a straight Joe Mama.
So good, bro. It's alright. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
We're all over the bloody show today. Oh right, well what have we done? We've dug the bit of landscaping, bit of drainage, bit of eave flashings up over here. The boys put in this morning a drip edge flashing, so when the client comes to wash the ceiling over here, the water comes down and sits over the top of our cladding, you could call it, and our soffit's going to sit up, or our ply lining is going to sit on top of that flashing. So we've got a nice waterproof edge. We've just finished cutting this concrete. We've got things going. Willie, hey, let's see your beanie, Willie. Yeah. They see it? Oh, he's part of the Wolf Builders. He only works for Wolf Builders now. So we've got muddy boots. We've got a fan and a dehumidifier going. Just got the fan running along the bottom plate, trying to circulate the air around this way, and the dehumid's sucking all the moisture out. Those are the two things you sort of need to be able to get the moisture out of the frames. Well, that's what we're doing with these two, because I checked the bottom plates, all the studs and the lintels are actually not too bad. They have about a 20% moisture content in them, and we want to be around 18 is the number we're looking for. So the bottom plates are around 26. The reason we need to do that is we need to get an 18% moisture reading content in our frames before we can start putting linings on. So we're just getting ahead of the game in that fact. You can see there's nowhere for us to put our air conditioning hose. It's working well, so I just jammed it through underneath through here. So we just got it leaking out. But look, we're sucking out a lot of moisture already, which means that thing's working really well. Fire out this bit of update. And then of course we cut this damn thing. We've cut it along the existing control joint. Now we're going to pull this out, and then hopefully we can get some millings in, and we can get this compacted up and put some mesh down and stuff. We'll just see how the day goes, but hopefully by the end of the day we should have that sorted.
What's happening this?
What? It's all breaking apart, nice as. That means we cut all the way through. Luckily we did that before. Just got to be super careful not to damage that edge.
Oh, you about to do it.
I was, eh?
Holy heck.
No, I was just about to do it. Mikey, I'll just get you to pick all that up for me, bro. Nah, not for me. I wake up with 80 kilos on my arms, bro. Look. So this is a pretty cool demonstration on what a control joint actually does, or why we put a 25mm cut in the top of the slab. You can see what it does is actually creates this stress crack all the way through the slab, instead of cracking randomly throughout the concrete itself. And you can see in this situation we've got it almost patterned out like a big tile, which is cool. Of course there was always going to be a little bit of cracking in some spots, but you can see that the steel is actually still fully maintained its strength through here. We just cut through, which is quite neat. But yeah, some spots that haven't been compacted well enough, or there is too much stress on the concrete, it will just crack, just like this one here. I assume that there's a big hole right the way around here. You can almost see where it was, because the pull would have had to go in, and you can see this here, this line. So this line is probably where the edge of this pull hole was, I reckon, before it got filled up, and it's cracked, and then it's also put that stress in that corner. But that's all right. I just thought that was quite neat to show. Okay, now we're just putting some base course down. It's actually millings, just like asphalt grinded up as a base for our path. So just running through there now. What are you guys up to?
What did they take it out?
There's a all photo special there. That's a Fabiano special actually. Dry! So we're just ripping through the compacting through here. It's pretty good. So we got it it's actually spot on level all the way through here. And now I think I want to try and, from this point, I want to ramp it up to the existing one, or even further back. If we've got some millings left over, we'll just use it up and try and get that grade nice from this point. Sweet, so what we're doing is we're digging underneath this path right now because we don't want to cut it up for the drainage. And I think Fabian, can you see light? Oh!
There he is!
You can't even see it. Do the top, do the top.
Do the top. You guys just dug down. Hey!
We just touched tips.
There it is.
Can you see right through?
Yeah.
See Fabian's ugly mug. We're in the clients in two minds whether we're gonna actually pull these planter boxes out over here at the back and rip everything out there and actually concrete the whole thing. But we're just in two minds, and that's pretty much the update for now, boys.
And all the sprayers in, all that.
Wolf out.
Well,
Back on site this morning, look behind us. Moving heaven and earth, apparently. You like that? So I've just finished up a meeting with the Sparky, running through all the little bits and pieces that we wanted to do in the situation, because there's a couple of neat little details with LED lights, and the bar has specific details that we need to really nail down to precisely where things need to go. Yeah, okay, and then behind Mikey, we've just finished drilling in some starters and putting some mesh down, ready for concrete prep over there. And then the next stage is, I'm going to leave the boys to it, but we're going to set up and we're going to get these, we've got this beautiful LSRP groove ply, bit damage on the corners we're going to have to be super careful of when the boys are putting it up, making sure that we're getting it nice. And it's just going to go up right here, but we need to figure out exactly how we're going to do the layout. What I mean by that is, do we either start with a small piece here, so a 600 wide, and then do 1200, 1200, 1200, and then a small piece? And how are we actually going to finish it against our decorative truss is a big question. Now I'm hoping we have 4.8 from the outside edge of our decorative truss to our framing line behind the cladding there. The reason being is I don't want to have to buy any more sheets, pretty much. But I think my idea here is, for finishing it, is I'm actually going to run the plywood through the decorative truss, cover the top chord of it, and run it through to the outside edge, and then put a bead that connects the internal ceiling in here, well, it's still external, to the soffit line out here, and that will create a nice sleek finish all the way through. and it will look quite neat too, because the truss struts will actually look like they're running through. It will look like they're going through into the roof, which will look kind of neat. Yeah, it will look quite neat. You can see it from here, like, you know, the ceiling goes through and all you're going to see is those struts go up, which is, and then sort of defeats the purpose of having the full decorative truss there in the first place, but that's just the way that it's been designed, with not seeing that top chord.
I get you mean.
You know what I mean? It would be nice to have
it lower,
if this whole thing was dropped down,
right.
but it doesn't work because then all our brackets over here and all our beams don't work, so the whole rigmarole process, that's why it's been designed like this. Let's get our tape measure up and we'll measure from the outside edge of that to our cladding, and if we've got 4760, then we're all good. Well, if it's 4760 is the biggest number that we can get. 4695. Fine. So we got heaps to play. Gonna actually start with the 600.
You reckon?
I think so. The reason being is we got a 12, a 12, a 12, and then we're only working with the other half of that 600 over here, so we can really make it nice and easy to fit in. Just look at the way it laps. It sits on top. So all we need to do is slide it in and sit it on top for it to work. And we want to have the ply here so we can actually get perfect measurements. Woo! Just made it back and the boys pumped it out, eh? Look, I helped put up the last sheet. Last sheet for the day. That's your mate. No. So the boys have just done a little bit of a whoopsie. You can see that we've knocked this ceiling out perfectly, 600s, just so we can put all the glue in and get our sheets to have fixings on all the way around the outside. But this sheet here that they put in, they didn't actually cut it to the right size, and now there's no, bit of a bust up. Lucky I came back, because then they're just about to put this one up, I was like, oh, it's not on a nog.
We can just put a joint up.
So I have to cut that back. The reason being is we want all our staggers to look the same, but that's okay. So yeah, LSOP treatment in the groove ply, and yeah, it's sort of hard to get a hold of these days. Got a special order, it's not off the shelf, so interesting one. But yeah, you can see our E flashing in work now, in action. So yeah, it works out pretty well. Anything that can get in there just doesn't get in there anymore, which is really nice.
492. Should I cut it first?
Huh?
On the angle first?
No.
493.
492 and 493. Yep. Whoa. Crazy. Oh, the grooves don't even line up, or it's way out. Bro, what's up with that? Wow, that's crazy. That one looks alright. A big gap there.
Yeah, the bottom is cooked. But the timber doctor didn't get that well. Timber doctor? Look at this level. High builders, and they get like a cut of the business, but they get everything, like a new van, and they look after your business side, like invoicing. True. But you're like a sole company. I mean, serious. Well, maybe the one in Oz.
I'm the fucking top 10 timber doctor, mate. That's who's going to be fixing this. All right, new week. New cameraman. My two Tongan boys have gone over to Rarotonga for a 2-week holiday, so we've had to get one of Mikey's boys in, Regan, who's behind the camera at the moment, and then obviously Mikey's editing at the moment. So we came up with a bit of an issue last week on Friday, which we didn't show to the camera, but I'm going to show it to you now. Now the sheets of ply that we've got are really terrible in regards to trying to get our grooves to line up, and then you can see right here on our lap that there's probably like a 6 or 7 mil gap between the two grooves, and then a 3 mil gap or something there. So the only way to combat this is, I'm not going to stick this up and fill that because that will look like arse. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut along this line through here where that V groove is, create another rebate, and then I'm going to have to manufacture a piece that fits in this section so that groove lines up through here, and then we have a nice groove along here. Because even if I get this, oopsies, get this over, right, my grooves don't line up. So I don't know what the heck's going on with the materials these days, but that's the way I'm going to combat it. So I think the first thing we'll do is cut this off and try and get the rebate done. I want to try and get most of this plywood up today, so we're going to do as much as we can. I got the saw set up, and then I'll just throw my earmuffs on. Beautiful. Sweet. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm just going to somehow create a rebate at the back to match what's going on over here. So what we've got going on is just got the pencil router set to the right depth. And we've actually got a piece that's perfect for the rebate that we need. But I don't have a guide for this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp a piece of timber on where it needs to be. Some big ass clamps, eh? She created quite a nice rebate, look, perfect. The wood doctor, eh? So I actually have to special order a piece of timber, a piece of ply, because they don't have an LSOP treated ply off the shelf. It's not that common, so it's okay though. We will make it happen. How much did it come out? What's the measure?
5 mils.
Huh?
Like 5 mils.
What's the measure?
It's meant to be 598. It is not.
No, that's all right. Just cut it again. Did that slide a little bit? Yeah. Next time, what we'll do is we'll set it up on a couple of bits of timber, so you're just cutting. You're not worrying about the slack piece of. What you would have done is you would have put the track saw. So I always put the track saw on the piece that I'm keeping. That way it's not gonna, that's fine, I reckon. I always put it on the piece that I'm cutting, because you can tell that's probably just a blade and a bit off, because you would have had this over here like this, right? Yeah, and the track saw was on this side? Yeah. So this one...
The weight of the track saw actually holds it up.
Yeah, so on this one, yeah, exactly. So I'm finding with these sheets of ply is very monotonous, especially with our little bits and little pieces that we're trying to fit in. On some of them, I'm actually taking a slight bit out of the front face of the rebate through here, out of the V groove, and slightly on an angle, just so I can get it butt up tight. Just like this one over here, where I'm going to have to extend it. This one here, I have to sort of take it away, which is kind of good, but at the same time, hard. So it's literally 4 mil to nothing. So the goal, so what I just did is I had to take about 4 mil down to nothing in this spot right here. That way all my grooves can line up nicely, pushed over that way. Just for one piece, but fitted nice, look, tight along my back flashing, tight along the join. I'm getting it perfect just in case the client wants to leave it as it is, natural wood look, or stain it, or whatever he needs to, whatever he wants to do. I'm gonna make sure that I make it perfect. It should be perfect anyway, but you know what I mean. Wow, I'm watching you, Willie. Look, you know you have to repaint these ones, all the spelting. Shucks. All right, look at that, we smoked it. Sick. So we did the detail where the ply went through. We just had to check out and around, and we did like 3 attempts of trying to get this in, but it sort of came out pretty nice. Well, I'm happy with it anyway, with our little checkouts around those brackets. And yeah, kind of looks cool, I guess, eh? Looks like those struts are going into nowhere. We're gonna move on inside though, freaking stoked. Oh, you missed one. Hey, come on, Regan. Reeks, Painter will get it. Okay, we're gonna move in here. We've had this going all weekend. Let's see how much the frames are dried out. I wonder if it's done its thing. Because we need to get below 20%. Oh, don't do that. Are you ready? Low. Let's see. Oh, bro, it's freaking dried right out.
Nice.
This was one over here, actually. I don't know why that one's so wet still. I reckon it's just going to be that one that's going to pull us up. This has got to be dry, yes, because we've had it. Yeah, sweet. All right, I'll be pretty happy with that, I reckon. Our first task pretty much is we need to figure out exactly where our ceiling height is. And by doing that, we will set up our laser on this strip over here, and we'll just go and get some heights, and that way we'll be able to figure out exactly where it needs to go. I'm gonna actually move that to somewhere over here, just so we can get up a little bit higher. That will be us for the meantime, so I'll just get my rattler. The Rondo is a ceiling system that we can use to, it's a replacement for like timber battens on the ceiling. Okay. So that's pretty much what it is. And what we do, these trusses might have a little humps and bumps in them. When we go to nail a timber batten up, it's not going to be completely perfect. And we're also trying to match in with an existing ceiling line. Pretty much our ceiling lining to get attached to is that batten through there. And this is adjustable, you see, so you can move this up and down wherever you like to be able to suit the ceiling lining in there. So we've got the laser set up over here, the height of the ceiling in here. So we'll do that by, we've got this laser set up. We're gonna be able to touch this ceiling in here. Just make sure. Whee! Is it mic going? Check, yeah. Check. Far out. I'm in and out. The boys are gonna be freaking smashing out some work today here without me. And I'm gonna get them to set up a time lapse, but I'll run through what they're gonna do. They're gonna finish off the cladding along the wall over there, which is pretty cool. I finally went and picked that up from Placey's this morning, which is epic. And then in here, they're going to finish off the rondo, or they're going to get some of the rondo sorted out. Up in here, which has been, I got the plumbers in doing their thing. They're doing all the stormwater and wastewater lines, and also connecting in some hose taps and stuff, which is going to be nice to have some water running through around this property again, because we completely destroyed them when we did the slab. And we've got the painter in, he's filling and painting, which is wicked, and we're just prepping for our cladding inspection tomorrow, which sort of, I shouldn't really be filling the holes for the cladding inspection, but that doesn't matter. We'll leave a little section open for the inspector to watch and see, and then hopefully we get the go ahead to, move on inside. Which, I mean, we should be good. I'm just going to get him to do a moisture reader test tomorrow as well. We also got concrete rep coming out just to double check what kind of concrete mix this is. I'm going for a long burn pebble, but just to make sure that there's no different oxides or anything in there. He's coming out today with a few samples that you guys got to deal with, okay? Come in, check, have a look. He give me a call, I'll give you a call. Okay, tell him when he's on his way. And then, one last thing. Look at this, my new weatherboards. Freebies actually, because of the stuff that we got before was crap. Okay, so the boys are gonna be moving this hot water cylinder back into the corner over here now that we've got it all sorted. We just need to lay some pavers down and get the paver height to 150 mil below finished floor level. So, but that's us. I'm gonna let them do the time lapsing and I'll be back tomorrow to see how the boys got on connecting all this. Look,
That's a freaking
that's a Spaghetti Junction.
lit.
Far out, where was it? Remember there was that pipe? There's some of the, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it on camera. Sheesh, 2 pokes and he's... Oh yeah. We're back on site this morning and the boys have prepped us up, ready to rock and roll. We've got the concrete coming in. Look at the sky behind us. We just had a heavy downpour come through and I think it might rain again, so we're going to have to try and set up something that's going to prevent the water from getting on top of this while we pour it. It's going to be a bit of fun. We've actually sort of come up with a little bit of an idea. Some spare sheets of ply line around, which we want to sort of stick up just like this along here. So we need to create a little bit of a frame, which we've got right here. And that's pretty much what we're going to do to support the sheets. Perfect for us too. We can actually do it. What we do, right, this is going to be like a cool little jig that we can use. Right, and then we'll just temporarily stick this up. Brand new one, look. Flash, boys. Brand new wheelbarrow. Tradesman XP. Yeah, look at it. It's freaking.
It's nice looking concrete.
Yeah.
It'll look good.
Quite a lot of pebble in it, eh? Like,
Yeah, there is actually now. I think about it. Distant,
oh, yeah.
but above it was the oxide.
Yeah.
It's the oxide.
Oh, shit. You're kidding. All good? Bro, don't worry about it, bro. I got the full one.
Holy hell, you're so big.
Of course, it started to push down. Look, we got our little thing jimmied up. Look, we're in Shantytown.
Oh, that's an end.
Pavers holding the bottoms in place, braces, and then ply on top. Woo, what a bloody mission. Can't believe that we freaking got that done, and hopefully it doesn't rain too much more, because I know that's just gonna piss the concrete layers off. Filipino concrete. And we just had the inspector show up and pass our cladding, so we're good to go. We can paint the outside. Woo, this is what I've been working on through here last couple of days. Finishing off this little kitchen jobby that we've done. There used to be a wall from here, so we just cut that out. Don't worry, not load bearing. And then, yeah, fit the Spunning Special and came out pretty nice actually. Been doing the door handles, adjusting all our things, cutting in the cooktops, put the bench top in. Nice join right there. And yeah, but that's what I've been up to. The boys have been smashing out bits and pieces at the old pool house jobby. Came out pretty nice, look. Beautiful. That's a professional painter right there. Hey. He's the man. Big dog. Our little frickin' shantytown shelter worked really well. Look, I want to get a shot of this. So I think our protection worked pretty well, but we are going to have to maybe water blast or scrape that channel drain off slightly. Bro, that looks mean. I'm sort of gutted that I didn't do an edge on this one as well. At the time I thought that it's going to be flush, it's going to be really hard to get that looking nice, so I'm sure that doesn't matter, we'll figure that out. But look at this, it's stoked. Arturo did the meanest job. Bro, I'm so happy. Actually happy as that this is another thing. Came out mint. Painter wants us to do is finish off our beading through here. Finish off our beading, wrap it in and around, and yeah, he can come through and start finishing off this wall as well. We're going to leave this up for him so he can do his thing. Bro, that actually, like, yeah, I was super worried about it last night.
Same.
I was sketching, G, because it started raining hard, and I was just like, oh, I wish I might have like put like a little, at least like a little tack in that way, you know, like into the fascia, like so you can just patch and like do a little bit. But anyway, so we're gonna finish the beading off through here, so Willie can do his thing, and then we're gonna move back inside. Yeah, the inspector wasn't happy that we filled all the holes.
What did he say?
He's like, next time don't fill any of the holes in the cladding. That's fair enough. We're not really meant to, but he can see that we've done everything right, you know. But it's just one of those things. He could have said, nah, pull all the full out.